On Netflix, I watched The Babadook. Now, this was a movie that I'd seen on there some years back. Well, listed anyhow. I know some people started saying on Twitter, some people that are some of my mutual followers, saying, oh, hey, we're checking this out. I think Angie from the Screen Team had mentioned this at one point, saying that she was going to watch it because people were talking about it. And, lo and behold, a few years later, I see these headlines about the villain, the Babadook, becoming this LGBT. I keep wanting to call it LBGT, like it's Green Turismo, but they've adopted the villain, so now he's an icon. So I'm like, okay, what the hell is this about? I checked it out, 2014 Australian film. Should have been called Little Boy Who Won't Shut Up. Because the first quarter of this movie is this kid screaming. This kid screams about this, kid gets told not to do that, screams, may or may not have broke his arm while climbing some shit, screams. Then I'm really confused about the geography here. What's the deal with getting geography wrong in movies these days? Like, we can't tell what's happening. So, in case you're wondering, there's this guy on this little motorcycle who crashed. He took his motorcycle over on the bike path, then spun out as I was getting here. It was hilarious, but I didn't have cameras rolling. He might be coming this way. Anyhow, it seemed like the single mom and the boy, the dad died while taking her to the hospital to give childbirth. They had a car wreck. How did this not result in a miscarriage? Don't know. So anyways, this kind of goes down. They're visiting some old lady, I thought, who had a dog. And while staying at her place, that's what I thought, they were staying at her place. Get this book off the shelf, read bedtime story to crying boy. And it's called The Babadook. And it's a pop-up book. Not a bad design. Hardbound. It looks like a kid's book at first, but then some gruesome stuff starts happening. It talks about letting the Babadook in. He's going to knock, and it's going to make this sound, and you'll never get rid of him. And it scares the kid, of course, because this is the world's worst boy. So eventually, the kid starts seeing like the visions of the Babadook, I guess. Like, it's terrifying him. It's haunting him. Starts haunting the mom. They look at the book, throw it out. I think she tears it up, throws it out, and it comes back. Like in a new version. Now it's like predicting what she's going to do to the kid. Shows her trying to strangle him, snapping the dog's neck. So now the book's going to tell you what's going to happen in the movie. That way you can be bored. This isn't foreshadowing, this is just boring me. So, yeah, now the mom's got this apparition going after her. It's at night. Kind of like Beetlejuice. If Beetlejuice was designed by the guy who designed the jigsaw puppet, that's the Babadook. So, it's like creeping around, it's moving kind of like a cockroach. There's cockroaches coming in the house. The mom screams, it goes into her mouth. Now it may or may not have possessed her, and she's duking it out with the thing by seeing who can scream louder. I mean, the Babadook doesn't do shit. The mom just kind of yells at it and it goes away. Eventually, like, it takes on the form of her late husband, and then she has to, like, wish it away to the basement, where I guess they're going to temporarily, or on occasion, periodically, whatever, give some kind of sacrifice shit to it. Maybe in the form of, like, oatmeal. I guess this movie cost $1 million, stars this gal, I think her name is Essie Davis. She's on this show my mom and dad watch called Miss Fisher's Mysteries, where she's like some flapper gal, and that's kind of like her thing, I guess. So, I don't know if she's a big deal in Australia or not, but Yeah, I see it on Wikipedia. It made $3 million. It was a hit. $1 million budget and you made $3 million. We're calling that a hit today. Here's where that douche spun out. Oh yeah, spun out over here. Gonna kick some shit up. This is where he cut through, I guess. Everybody's a dick. So, yeah, what you want to spend $1 million and maybe make your money back? That's independent cinema for you guys. Was this scary? No, I actually, honestly, the thing I thought was the best concept was the pop-up book. Unfortunately, I don't think that book actually exists. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't like to look shit up. I mean, I doubt it's out there, but it would have been a great tie-in. Probably would have made more money than the film. I give the Babadook, you know, it's not terrible. It's not good either. 2 out of 4 stars.